My name is Isabel and I went to Brazil for our outreach. My experience with the Acts of Love was lovely and amazing. We got to work with kids, which was really great. I had wanted to work with kids. That was part of what I had wanted when we went to Brazil.
My name is Cody Carlson and I went to YWAM, Brazil. So one of the things that we did with the kids was after the lesson we had a little bit of game time with them. So what we did is made paper airplanes and had a paper airplane competition. And the kids found that to be so much fun. We got to make paper airplanes and the first round didn't work out too well. It was so much fun because those kids just had so much fun doing it. They all had a smile on their face. The next day they wanted to do it again and again. It was just so much fun.
When we were praying and interceding for this Acts of Love before we ever even met the kids, we got quite a couple of things from the Lord. And one of the words that I got from God was peace. And Psalm 127. It talks about children being a heritage from the Lord and an offspring from Him.
We mainly prayed into the safety of the kids, and we got a bunch of just like joy for the kids and letting them have fun at the youth center and just letting them be kids.
And so once we started like working with the kids, God spoke a lot of things, like a lot of identity into the older kids group. There were two different kids groups. The first one was 5 to 8, and then the other one was 9 to 11 or something like that. So we would pray about who would go with which group, and the last time that we went and we led this time with the kids, I felt God told me to go with the older kids. And when we were planning for the older kids' time, I felt like the Lord was giving us the word identity for them, which apparently was not the only time that God gave the word identity to these kids. To the people that were going to be planning the time. So there's a lot to do with identity, not only for the older kids, but also the younger kids.
So it was a blessing to get to pray into that situation for the kids to just be kids in a place of safety and protection and just comfort for the kids to be there.
I personally enjoyed being with these kids, even though sometimes they would not listen when we talked to them, but their hearts were very, very sweet, and we got to pour into them God's love. And we got to see just really God's heart for these kids. And also one of the people on the base there, one day, her and I were walking. It was actually right before, like 2 days before we left. We were walking and she was telling me that the majority of the kids that are coming to this Acts of Love, their moms don't really want them at home. So they send them to this Acts of Love so that they can be away from home. Which is really sad if you think about it, but like the fact that they come and we get to pour into them and show them that they are God's heritage and that they are like a reward to their parents and to God, like I think is really, really important and very significant. Even that ties into the whole aspect of identity and the fact that God wants to pour into identity into each of them. And I personally was very honored to work with them and to spend time with them and love on them. They're so cute. But yes, it was great, and yeah, I miss them.
It means everything to me. Seeing them smile, seeing them delight in us and the Lord. Man, y'all should have been recording that.
I was.
Oh, you were?